today. I'm just gonna try. I should have done this before really, but we are back with control. I'm just gonna change. I'm just gonna change some of the settings. Just see. Off. Off. Turn them off. Turn motion blur off. Let's see if it makes a difference. Just I don't anticipate it ever being a constant 60 FPS, but which is obviously what I'd like. But I just don't think A, my GPU is powerful enough, and B, I just don't think it's well, I'd rather not. Um, I'm not playing in 1080. I'm playing in 1440. So um, I think I'd rather yeah, I think I'd rather just take the FPS hit really, rather than change to low. But I'll turn motion blur off. I might turn film grain off next. I don't. So right, let's try and remember where I was yesterday. Correspondence. This one, okay. To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the US Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't there. The nature of the eldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Okay. So we have to go back to Emily. Let's see if we got any other map mods. So reload speed. I don't know how can I have to upgrade Sunny, but I can't see what I upgrade. Right, let's see where we are. Oh. So let's go back. Let's go back to Central. Dead letters, no. Mailroom, no, that's where we are. Yeah, let's just go back there. God, the loading times. Jesus Christ. Oh, it heard me. It heard me. Right. I think I'm going to go back and try and open a couple of doors that I couldn't open before. There's a few more boxes in there that I couldn't open before. Is the lift going to open now? Nope. Okay, so it's running a much... It's not even dropped from 60 now. Sorry, I have to keep mentioning the FPS if you're not interested in that. But I would like it to run at a smooth 60 if at all possible. I know it's going to drop low in there. That's where the people were. Where the fuck am I? Where am I going? No, I don't want to go that way. How did I get into here? Right, oh, I go upstairs. Yeah, because I want to see there were some rooms that I couldn't get into. And I want to see, here we go, this is one of them. I want to see what's in there. With my level 1 clearance, I don't think it'll be a lot, just some collectibles. There's so many reading materials in this game. Like, this used to be one of my problems with Alan Wake. and that was years ago, and they still got fucking shitloads of fucking collectibles. Anyway, objects of power are unique in their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals para-utilitarians. The potency of these abilities... 2 seconds, my girlfriend's calling me. Sorry about this. It's just I'm trying to get a food delivery. That's all, and it's difficult to get slots at the moment because of the pandemic. So I'm just trying to get it. Sorry about that. Yes. Right. Got to delete some stuff. Sorry about this again. Alright, it says a maximum basket limit of 80, and we had 86. Probably oversharing a bit there, but that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. Just seeing what else I can delete. Okay, one of the eggs we can delete. Sorry about this again. Two more items we can get rid of. Oh shit. Okay. Need all that, don't we? that's done. Right. Okay. Apologise about that. Where were we? Okay. The potency of these abilities depends on the para-utilitarian. Using the object power as an example, some para-utilitarians can achieve a throw distance of, while others are only capable of as little as. See Dr. Darling presentation 11:15 for more information. What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown, but it is largely believed that some exists within the body and that, like all muscles, it can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to Northmore records, considering he is one of the most accomplished para-utilitarians the Bureau has ever seen. Dr. Darling is still considering this request. Refer to file 854 1982 for full report. Right, see if there's anything else in here. Once again, I apologise about that just then. Yeah, as I said before, we were trying to get a food slot because of coronavirus. It's very difficult to get a delivery slot at the moment. So, yeah, because neither me or my fiance drive, so need to get delivered. Otherwise, yeah, I have to use my use my father as a taxi service to get the food, which is obviously not ideal. Right, let's have a quick one run round. See if there's anything else that I can open now. Anything else? No, that's 4. Definitely can't open that. That's open. Oh, this room's open. This room can open up here, can't it? That's cool. Right. That's cool. Okay. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I'm honoured to tell you that he died in the service of his country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against our enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped to protect the country he loves so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Sincerely yours, Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief of Communications, Federal Bureau of Control. Right. Whoop. Right. Okay. Oh, I can go that way. Oh, this is the office, isn't it? Oh, this is Bodyguard. Freaky. Oh, this is the hotline, isn't it? Right. That's cool. Okay, so they're all connected, aren't they? Okay, we're just having a little run through. See if we can open anything else. Don't think so. Fucking hate these things. Right. Oh, fucking hell, where are these coming from? I probably don't need to do that at all. I'm probably just wasting my time, but... Oh well. So it's actually only just 2 rooms, okay. Sure there was others. Sure there's others I'm missing, but oh well, we'll have to suss that out when we come to it. What's this? Oh, let's just see. Don't know what that is. Where's Emily? Boardroom? She's in the boardroom.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioural facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items and even humans, radically changing their behaviour. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behaviour is so in contrast to that of other Hiss that I have dismissed this theory. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss. More work to be done. Fair to file for full report. Okay.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the Hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
no idea what's going on. Okay, so finally I got the ability to craft. By the looks of it, let's talk to Emily again. She wants to know something.
Hi, Jesse.
So, HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until I began. Dr. Dur.
I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Why did it want me to talk to her when I don't have anything to...
Bring me back anything good?
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what still got it.
Did she? Thanks.
I've seen that before. Why did it tell me I had something
Thanks,
to do
Emily.
here when I don't?
I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Well, I do have more questions. Well, I don't know why it was red. If I'm not asking anything else, but not that it matters really. Right, what's missions? Board counter missions. Okay, so it's talking about side quests. So yeah, I had heard there were side quests in this game, so I am going to give them a go next. I assume I'll get them at the...
Do you hear that? Someone's singing.
What?
Where's it coming from? What's up?
I talked about it, yeah. No.
This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost?
But see, like,
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Still don't know why it told me to get anyway. Let's move on.
Singing.
Hiss are tampering with this.
Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
That's weird.
They say the new director can launch objects up to 20 feet.
Bullshit. You never recorded any distance over 5.
Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
Huh? I thought you might be.
Executive sector is supposed to have a designated security team here for our protection. Where the hell are they?
If the internal lockdown is in effect, then they can't use the elevator to reach us. We're on our own.
I can't believe they didn't think of these things when they installed the lockdown system.
Okay.
situation's getting worse.
I saw Trench and Darling arguing a couple weeks ago.
Okay, so I can only.
Trench was furious. You don't think Darling...
Fresh. Okay.
Don't be stupid. Ooh, the
Ah, here we go. Abilities. Okay, so it seemed pretty basic. So we definitely get the health. Melee damage. What else should we get? Enough for one more. Let's get another health. I think we get another health. Oh, don't think I can. No, they took too many. Could get the melee. No, I'm gonna save it. I think. I'm not really that fussed about melee damage.
Bureau's
Save it, I
golden
think.
child have to gain from killing the boss.
Get different outfits. Very cool. Right. So let's see. Perception. Charge. Okay, so these are just random shit, aren't they, really?
I heard the Hiss attack the power grid.
Uh, okay. Right.
Brings up a lot of questions. Are they communicating? Coordinating? What about the plant attracted them?
The power plant is largely confidential.
How do I switch between Shat
No use guessing the Hiss's motives if we don't
Okay, I
even know
guess
what kind
I'll
of
have to
energy
be-
it uses.
What do you mean? It has to be a fusion reactor. There's no other way to create that kind of energy output.
Okay, so where's the lift? Said there was singing in the lift.
Hope has asked us to document the hiss
You mean like
Time to work. Meet me in Domain de Nanos.
Okay.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
So yeah, we're just gonna. I have to say, I thought the side quests were gonna be actual side quests, not. I think there's still to unlock the ones that people talk about. I don't think they're on about those things because they're just like side, like in a Destiny, they're like the bounty missions or whatever, aren't they? So yeah, we shall see.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
Right, okay. So we're getting some frame drops already. And what was I gonna do? Right, it's just gonna see how long I've been streaming for. Oh my god. Okay, longer than I thought. Sorry about this. 2 seconds. Right, I just like to put a timer on so I know I'd only like to play about 3 hours a day because I'm not really like one of those people that can like play all night or go. Well, I can do that, but I prefer not to because I just get knackered. Really, just get knackered out, and yeah. So yeah, 3 hours is probably a good length, about a good length for me, and it gives me time to do all my chores afterwards. I got to do around the house. Otherwise, the fiance will be annoyed, so we got to keep her happy, haven't we? Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I thought that map would be like an over-branching kind of map, but it's not.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Oh shit, it's on shatter. Oh, switch. Oh shit. Right, how do we see if we can see how to controls? Ah, okay, there we go. That's cool. I like that animation. pretty easy. Okay, let's pick this up, collect reward. So you just get, yeah, mold hosts. I don't even know what they are. Pierce, haven't got Pierce. That's fine. No, it's not going to open. Anything else around here? Don't think so. Jesus Christ! You die quickly, don't you? Fuck me! Jesus fucking Christ, man. It's crazy, there's no difficulty. I don't think there's any difficulty level. It might do that thing where if you die loads and loads of times, it might be like, do you want to make it a bit easier? But yeah, I don't know. So, but yeah, it does seem quite difficult. Surprisingly difficult so far. Well, not difficult, but just more challenging. That's all. Probably a better way of saying it. Oh, what have I got here? Okay. I think the checkpoint is really annoying as well. No, it's the wrong way. I'm not a fan at all of that kind of checkpoint system. Why can't it not just put me back here? Like, and just let me start it again? Okay. Any more? No, that's it. Can't find anything else. Nope. Nothing there. Right. Excuse me. Where are we going? This way? Nope, gone that way. Fucking hell. Right, we're just carrying on. We are just carrying on. After one look down here. Again, for some reason. Anyway.
What's down that way?
I don't know, Jesse, do I? Is this my first side quest? Let's have a look. Gonna have a look in here first. That's another one of these weird videos.
Drawing the pyramid. The what? The pyramid. What's a pyramid? The Black Pyramid. It's in the astral plane. Airplane? Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it? It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You can get lost in all that white and never find your way back home. I miss my home.
Some internet noises. Okay, fair enough. What the actual fuck?
Ugh, this place makes me nauseous. An object of power.
This
How
really,
do you think it got down here?
this really reminds me of the Void from Dishonored. This place.
A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Right, okay. No? A then B to air evade, okay. This is pretty cool. Ah, okay. Oh. Okay. Fair enough. Fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Let's see the Hiss keep up with me now.
So is that just an optional thing that you can miss, or? I don't even know. That's cool though, I like that. Very cool. Oh, pardon me. Okay, right, let's continue back to this then. Which way will it be? Over there, won't he? Okay.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ahti here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ahti. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, yes. Easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
Yaha, you think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, that this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ati.
Right, okay. I do like that guy.
Yep.
Burn the trash
Burn
around
the trash. Throw it in the fire. Burn it all. Burn it into a reindeer, not into the
furnace. Okay, so that's clearance level 4. Is there anywhere else I can go? Whoa, 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 no. Wrong button. Ah, here we go. An issue reviewed by Captain Lopez. These days, most YA novels intertwine with the coming-of-age story, either a contrived dystopian setting or a tragic romance, unless you manage to do both. In the story, the protagonist and her love interest search for a cure to a virus called the Fix, which is simultaneously killing her and spreading across the whole world. Find the cure, they go on expeditions into dangerous, uncharted territories. The people all live in walled cities now because dystopian future, and along the way they just have to fall in love. I liked how we never got to know if the fix was ever actually fixed. The ending was bold, especially for YA. The main character succumbs to the fix when she's so close to the cure and commands her love interest to go on and save the world. She knows this is the end for her, but that the job can still be done. She dies out in the unknown, alone and surrounded by danger, but never loses sight of the goal. That's a good soldier's death. I give this book 3 out of 5. I feel most of the teenage angst is a little lost on me, but I'd recommend it to my brother's kids. Okay. Alrighty then. Had some more stuff to read. Case file. Objects should be kept in a confined space when unbound. A fiberglass horse, once used as a seat for a merry-go-round ride. The pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speeds. This can be quite dangerous when in its path. The object is currently bound by. The object was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local reported that the rides would move on their own and that they would be chased out. When these rumors reached the Bureau, see America Overnight, episode 235, agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local were found dead at the scene. The object attacked agents invoked Formula C52, the object long enough to... Okay. And this is just one of those shows, isn't it? Right, okay. So we got everything in here, haven't we? Okay. Don't think there's anything else that I missed. I don't think so. Let's just have one more look. Sorry about that. Gotta have one more look. Access corridor. No, nothing else. Right. Might turn the film grain off to see if that affects anything. It's free to unlock that, Jesus. Spin needs 15,000. Right, we shall carry on.
It's time for a coffee break, son.
Let's just take a cheeky quick photo because I like the janitor. Down. Here we go. Right. Oh. Pardon me. Right, that's open. If you hear me sniffling, it's just
Okay, so what
apologise.
happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
Okay. That made no sense, but okay. Well, it did make some sense, but not too much sense. Oh, what's it? No, I'm not missing anything. I really like that animation. Really cool. An object of power escaped the Panopticon a couple weeks ago, and they want everyone to keep an eye out for it. So if anyone sees a merry-go-round as a horse zipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Do not try to contain it on your own, and definitely don't bind it to yourself. Your security chief, Simon Arish. Oh, wrong one. Let's have a look at this. Hold on here.
Northmoor was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it. Didn't trust it. Didn't want to rely on it. Northmoor was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end. Contain the situation. Northmoor never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmoor. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Sorry, another quick picture there.
It's dangerous out here, lady. Go see Chief Arish. He's just inside. He'll help you.
Huh. That's funny.
Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Try to stay alive.
Hey Simon, I got your message. Yeah, if someone in the sector is asking about Artie, just tell him you'll handle it and leave it at that. Under no circumstances should any personnel intervene with his day-to-day routine. I told you everything I know about him, so you could better deal with his odd habits, but yes, it's still very much a classified matter. Also, I saw your report about the quarry worker who wandered into the Foundation. Detaining him was the right move. We'll figure out what he saw before we decide on next steps. Cheers, Lynn. In case you hadn't noticed, something is up between Trench and Darling. I know this isn't your strong suit, but try your best to stay out of it.
What's your read on all this?
Energy conversion's well below the acceptable percentage. Internal pressures climbing so fast, amazing to see it's still holding. And
When the converters and coolant pumps are working again, we should be able to get this baby back down to a safe temperature. I hope.
What do you do here, Arish?
Security chief of the maintenance sector. I make sure all the weird shit down here doesn't bother the maintenance crews. Learned everything I know from Salvador. The best security agent this bureau has ever seen.
And you like your job?
I love it. You know, everyone thinks that maintenance is the lowest rung on the ladder just because we fix pipes instead of writing memos, but I gotta be honest. These are the bravest people in the goddamn building. I'm proud to work with them.
I've done a few odd jobs with these kind of folks. They say what they mean. I like that.
What do you know about the hiss?
Not much, only what I've seen. Well, they use the same tactics that Marshall and Salvador taught us, which makes me think that the Hiss haven't completely erased the people inside, which is a pretty fucking horrible thought. Or they're just using whatever they find in their victims' heads. In any case, they are really eager to get inside the power plant.
Why do you think that is?
Shit, I don't know. They want to make my life harder?
What exactly is the power plant?
Listen, I only know what Salvador told me, but I know it generates all the electricity for the Bureau, and it's got two very simple rules. Rule 1, keep it below a certain temperature. Rule 2, don't ever, ever open it. Oh, and 3, it's classified, so I shouldn't ask.
Sounds like secrets are standard operating procedure around here.
Oh, yeah. It's all part of the job.
What do you know about the service weapon?
Not much. That thing is director only. Salvador told me by the time he saw Trench use it. Sounds like that gun can do some serious damage. Yeah, I did see pictures of it once, though, and it looks different to that thing you're carrying. You modded or something? It's new.
Is new a good thing?
Given the circumstances, I'd say new is our best bet.
Do you know this Ati guy?
Of course. He's my favorite coffee break buddy. Dude has got some crazy stories. He probably knows more than anyone else around here, if you can make sense of what he's saying.
Any idea where he's from?
I'm guessing Sweden.
He's from where he's from. Look, there are just some stones that are better left unturned, you know?
I think he's probably from Finland.
I should be going.
Right. You got a lockdown to lift. Blockages in pipe C. F. Is the clock back?
Oh. Almost missed that. But I didn't.
I'm itching for some real action.
Shit. No. I thought they were all dead, but they were not. That's not gonna work. Okay. Really see the point in that, considering there's nothing to do. Well, I suppose it's for that, isn't it?
I don't like that sound.
Okay. Don't think there's anything about. Where are we? Oh. That's the way I came in. Check this bit next. Holy shit. What the fuck were they? Coolant pumps, okay. Hischarge. The Hischarge agents are examples of extreme physical deformation resulting from His corruption. Hischarge display an unthinking fixation on any non-corrupted individuals in the area. Once within a specific proximity, they erupt into a burst of focused Hiss resonance so dense that it acts as a physical force. The Hischarge is depleted of the Hiss corruption after this eruption. The host is left lifeless. This behavior may be an adaptive response to the HRAs. The Hiss charges are designed to blow the devices off potential hosts, exposing them to the resonance. Is the Hiss capable of customizing a corrupted host's altered ability to this degree? Why is the physiology of the Hiss charge so dramatically different from the host's original form? Lots of questions, no answers. Refer to file for full report.
My name is Dr. Pierce, lead researcher of the Parakinesiology Department. I believe that I've discovered a Code Omega paranatural entity residing within the Bureau itself, right under our noses. Darling refused to allocate me the budget or resources, so I'm taking matters into my own hands. Let this recording be the proof I need to convince them. The furnace can speak.
What?
It's been talking to me for some time now. Listen. Did you hear that?
No.
It's a sentient force capable of communicating. I checked, and there's no record of ever installing this furnace. I believe that... Oh, sorry. What? Yes, I can feed you. What do you eat? I see. I'll try to find some volunteers.
Okay then.
By trash, did Ati mean barrels full of hazardous biological material? It seems like I'm breaking some environmental regulations on waste disposal, but if that's what Ati wants, then I'll get it done.
What the fuck is that? Hey Boza, get this, the accounting department still says they haven't received my expense reports. They say the receipts probably got lost in the mail tubes because of a shift or a threshold or some such fuckery. And that if I don't have the originals, they can't verify my expenses for reimbursement. This is such bullshit. Why do we even use these fucking tubes if they just spit our mail out in some other goddamn dimension? Just venting here before I make a formal complaint. Useless pieces of shit, Rodriguez. There's something else there. What's this? Oh, it's this stuff. Oh. Okay. One more. No, I don't think it's down here. No, I think it's upstairs. I don't know where though, I have to say. I know where. I know now. I know now. Ah. Okay. Can I get out there? No. No. Oh yeah, I can. It's locked.
We need to hurry.
Okay.
Bro, go to shit. Fix it fast. If the plant goes boom, we can throw the spoon in the corner.
Okay.
My old enemy, the clock, is blocking the pipes. You need to deal with that shit. He is very clever. He's trying to sneak in. Got him caught with his hand in the fist.
Whoa! Fuck me! Jesus Christ! Okay then. Pardon me. Do, 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 do. Come on, hurry up. Fucking hell. $15,000, okay. How do you upgrade the guns?
I don't like that sound.
Right, I'll be right back. Short break. Just gonna get another drink. Right, okay. Let me just get hooked up again. And then we'll be ready to go. I might change the audio actually to speakers. Okay. Right, let's see if we got any decent mods. This one. Oh, not me to do that. Huh.
What the hell is that? Oh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Literally looks like poop. Those things look quite Resident Evil, I think. Can I shoot all of them? No, I can't shoot that one. No, not that way. Okay, so this fucker's dead. Oh, I thought was going to fall down then. No. Okay, where do I go
This
now?
place is gonna come down.
Is that it? Where do I go now? Huh? No, I guess that's it. Okay, so go back the way we came, I guess. Okay, so it looks like the lights are on now. Did I go up here before? I don't think I did. That gross blockage back in the water systems is back. What the fuck is it? Where does it keep coming from? And why the hell does Artie keep yelling nonsense at it? He acts like it can understand him, of course. He acts like we can understand him too. Guess that's just his brand of crazy. I'm gonna try out a new drain cleaner, extreme strength. I don't think that's gonna work somehow. Right, so I have to do something in this room. There's another room down here to the left. No, I don't have a clue. Any more? No. No. Okay, that's some.
There go the pipes. Nothing more satisfying than manual labor.
That was quite funny actually. Oh shit! Fuck. Yeah, boy. Okay, that was unexpected. Pardon me, apologise. This will be on a history path. Troopers are meant to be the first agents to enter unknown AWE's thresholds or any other paranaturally hazardous situation. They are heavily armoured in preparation for the worst. As a result of their role, his troopers have access to the heaviest armour and weaponry from the Bureau's armoury, including military-grade chain guns and grenade launchers. In addition to their already formidable FBC-issued armour, the Hiss resonance surrounding these entities is dense enough to stop bullets. If forced to engage one of these, be sure to make use of any available cover. Also note that to the telekinetically talented, enemy grenades can be a welcome source of ammunition. Okay. Okay. I've been in there, haven't I? Have I been here? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay.
Blockages in pipes C through F. Is the clock back? Now? Oh man, Adi is gonna be so pissed. Fruit feels a lot safer when you're around.
I should be going.
You gotta
Try
lock
to
down
stay
the lift.
alive.
Nothing to do there. Right. Oh, wrong one. Gone this way? No. Oh, blimey, this is a big toilet. Huge compared to all the other ones. You gotta check everyone. Oh, she went through the door. The oldest houses are placed in flux. Thresholds appear with no warning. What the threshold will contain is a question we can only answer once it manifests. The widely accepted theory is that thresholds are dimensions vibrating on a frequency different from our own. When these frequencies match, the threshold will manifest in the oldest house, which acts as a. Others theorize thresholds are parallel universes or possibly our own reality at a different point in time. Some believe our collection of altered materials affects the house or attracts the thresholds. We do know for certain that thresholds are not permanent. Eventually their frequency will shift. Some believe Earth itself is just another threshold connected to the oldest house, which is actually rooted in some other reality. This theory, while impossible to disprove, causes in those who learn of it so is actively denied. Refer to file 505-1881 for full report. Okay. I don't know what that did, but still. Okay. Listen, Trench is on the warpath about this Tennyson report thing. He wants to know who wrote it, and he wants to know yesterday. Whoever did is gonna get crucified. I don't know if it was one of you guys, and I don't want to know. I'm not super keen on leading a witch hunt, so tell everyone in the sector to keep their heads down. Best not to be on anyone's radar right now, you know? I tell ya, not even counting all the weird shit we deal with, this place can be a downright hostile work environment sometimes. What the fuck? The safe object of power can produce a barrier using objects of or material from its immediate vicinity. Bureau Rangers were given permission to employ heavy weaponry against a power utilitarian bound to this object in order to gauge the barrier's durability, and velocity ammunition were tested with results. Testing will continue after. The safe object of power is clearly a viable candidate for use in combat response scenarios, allowing para-utilitarians to participate in altered engagements would be an advantage worth considering. Refer to file 853-8367 for report. Okay. What the fuck? I'd like to file a formal complaint, re the unauthorized use of my voice in a state of quality that I did not agree on. The fact that they were planning to use material from what I thought was a rehearsal was not communicated to me at all. Had it been, I would have disallowed the use of those recordings. I want use of the Ranger Field Training Course recorded messages to halt immediately. I will not stand for this humiliation among my peers. I will go to HR with this if necessary. Randall Pulaski. Anything else in here? No. I don't think so.
So I just read this. Welcome to the Ranger Field Training Course. The course must be completed in the specified amount of time. When you're ready to start, press the button. Is that all, or?
I always did love obstacle courses.
Okay.
Get ready, Ranger. Course starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Course failed. Try again, Ranger.
Come on!
Fuck's sake.
Get ready, Ranger. Course starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Fuck's sake.
45 seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Course complete. Congratulations, Rainer.
Guessing this isn't usually part of the course. It's protecting itself.
Holiday memories tree. Item must be contained within a soundproof cell. Holiday memories brand. White plastic tree with green plastic stand. The item repeats words and phrases spoken within a range of feet, always in a tone below hertz. This verbal mimicry has profoundly distressing effects on the individual it's copying. The item was taken from the Canadian research station established on Ross Island in Antarctica, where it was used to celebrate the holiday season. In 1979, solar radiation damaged the radio, severing the base's only means of communication with the world. After frozen passages opened, a military expedition visited the base to re-establish contact. They found the base's occupants in various states of madness, rambling about voices in the tree. Military personnel discovered they also heard the tree speaking. After locking the item in a supply crate, they brought it back to the mainland, at which point the Bureau intervened.
You need to hit it harder to break that shield.
Okay then. Hold LB, okay. Oh yeah.
Time to have a shield.
Alrighty then. Okay. Wrong one again, wrong button again. Uh,
power cut. Replace the parts.
What's this? Shield strength. Three left. Okay, we'll do that. Huh? Okay.
It's fried up. You need to fix it before the old Twig pants inside the plant has a shit fit.
So I can only have two weapon forms at one time, can't I? Yeah, okay. that's cool. So that's basically a machine gun. Anything I missed? I don't think so. Definitely possible though.
Let's go lift the lockdown.
Okay. Excuse me. Don't think I missed anything. No. Don't think so. No. Okay. Let's carry on. Right. Next game is Wednesday at 8. Usual spot. Hazard owes me $20. Arish still still on a fucking winning streak. Someone please figure out how he's cheating. Thompson suspended for a game because of that shady dealing incident. Guy, I owe you $60. I bought beers last time, so it's Hepstonstall's turn. Remus. Home safe. No unique procedures required. The object is a guardhouse brand. Home safe. Weight measurements vary. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to tenaciously gather items and debris from their surroundings. The object is currently bound by. Discovered in the basement of a home in Ohio, the object gained a rapid interest in certain online forums dedicated to opening abandoned safes. After months of failure, the owner attempted to open it with explosives. The object survived with no physical damage. Bureau agents were dispatched, now confident of its paranatural nature. Blood occasionally emerges from seam around the object's door. Tests confirm the blood is not human. X-rays taken of the object indicate that something is trapped inside. Though the images are always blurred, which indicates the contents of the object are moving. All attempts to open the object have been unsuccessful. Okay. No, wrong button. Okay. What's that? We're gonna have to go and look at the quarry. Level 5, okay, that's the first level 5 door I've seen. Hope I can remember where all these are. No. Okay, so we can't go here yet. Not very exciting. Just a room that's blacked out over there. Probably where I'm going.
forces contain a lockdown. Only be lifted by a directorial override.
This is what we came here to do.
Okay. We will have a little explore first, though, as we always do. Not sure what we're gonna find. We might find something. I love all the detail on these desks. It's great. Oh, okay, I know. Just last check for collectibles.
That's it.
That's
The other
some.
sector should be open now. I think it's time I told Emily why I'm here. I'll risk it. You two should get to know each other.
Right. See if we can get to these locked. Let's see if we can get to these rooms. It doesn't look like it. I will try different angle. Just try from here. Great. Fuck's sake. Oh. Right, we're just gonna go and check out just down here and just see if I can get into it. Probably can't. Like, usually check things quite meticulously. We're gonna try. We are going to try. Nope. Okay, come on, thank you. And now we'll just go back to Emily. Her eyes always look really weird. It's like she's wired.
Keeping my eyes open. We ain't out of the woods yet.
No, no. Okay, speak to Emily. Anything else to do? I can already do that. Fast travel first. Back to. Oh, what's going on? Oh, I was just at the bottom of it. I was just being an idiot. I thought it had frozen for a second. God, I'm an idiot. Sometimes. Right. fast travel back. So yeah, we'll go back and then view that video and then talk to Emily and then yeah. So what I presume we're just going to go to another sector now. I presume that's how it's going to go. Like chapter 1 was unlocking up to here, and then chapter 2 is the maintenance sector. Chapter 3 is other sectors.
A lot of these questions could be answered by obtaining a live specimen.
Here?
I assume.
But we don't have the proper facilities.
Maybe we can bring in an observation unit from the containment sector. I'll put in a request with Pope.
We'll view this video first. The wrong button again.
So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege to steer the Bureau into dangerous waters and safely out again. To inspire and lead its people, to protect them. The board is there to advise you, but they want things in return. You hold all this in your old, trembling hands. I had to lose everything before I could see the Bureau is the director's life. There's no room for anything else. If the forces contained here escaped, we'd be dragged back into an age of superstition, terror, death. Assuming you think we ever really left that behind. Any emergency, any major containment breach, and the lockdown goes into effect. I implemented this security measure in my first years as director. I knew we were vulnerable. I'd personally seen the cost of sloppiness. I made sure the internal lockdown could only be lifted by a directorial override, only to be used when the director is confident the sectors are safe to be opened again. This way, the director is the last line of defense. And if I screw up, it's on me, and me alone.
Alrighty then.
Jesse, you made it. And you lifted the internal lockdown.
Let's talk, Emily.
Yes, of course.
Listen, Emily.
Screw it. Just tell her.
I haven't been completely honest. I have a younger brother, Dylan. When we were kids, we found an old slide projector in Ordinary's landfill. The slides created doorways to other places. Bad things happened. Came through.
That's all she gets. The rest stays locked inside.
But we found help. Through one of the doorways, we met something. A being.
A being? What kind of being?
It's hard to describe, but she helped us. We managed to turn the projector off. The bad things that came through the doorways were gone. After that, your people came. Tried to grab us. I ran away. They got Dylan.
I left him behind.
Bureau agents took your brother?
Yes. You covered it up. No one believed me. I just want to find Dylan. I've been looking for him ever since.
What happened to the slide projector? It sounds like another object of power.
I thought you took it. The Bureau. Along with Dylan.
I've never heard of it. But around here, I assume everything's classified. You know, I looked into the ordinary AWE case files after you mentioned it. Trench and Darling were both involved. A large area of the containment sector was reserved for it. The case hasn't been active for a long time. I have no idea if anything's still there. Can you tell me more about this being you found?
Let's hope you two get along.
She's been with me ever since Ordinary. In my head. She led me to you. I call her Polaris.
As in a guiding star. Did Polaris know about the hiss? If she got you in here in spite of the lockdown, she's very powerful. Which may help explain your test results. Your readings are incredible, Jesse. Now, cross-referencing them with the database, I found 2 matches in Darling's old classified files. Unfortunately, I can't access them beyond the file codes, but one was P6, referring to a prime candidate for a potential future bureau director. This was logged years ago.
Dylan. Is that Dylan?
The other match is on something called Hedron, which must be connected to these Hedron resonance amplifiers somehow. All I know is that Marshall went to the research sector to secure the HRA production after the hiss first attacked.
So, Marshall seems like our best lead on Dylan.
I need to go after her. How can I get to the research sector?
Use my keycard. The sector elevator will take you there.
Marshall is the next step. What Emily told me about Ordinary, my powers being connected to things in the Bureau's past, I am so close to something. Do you feel it? Something's coming.
We take turns to come for a visit. I helped you. You owe me now. And when time comes, I will come calling.
Okay. Oh well. I didn't know you could fail them, to be fair. I would have probably tried a little bit harder if I realised, but oh. Trade some of these. Oh me. Jesus, these loading times are a bit annoying sometimes.
Hope has asked us to document the Hiss incantation, as she calls it.
You mean like in person?
In person, with a pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
I'm gonna open this now. The America Overnight program has operated successfully for over years. Originally designed to assist in providing disinformation to the naturally skeptical population of America, it has additionally led to the discovery of numerous AWEs and altered materials by allowing civilians to call in and report their experiences with the paranatural. In fact, America Overnight alerted the Bureau of, and in its first year of operation alone. In this report, the investigation sector have catalogued and categorized each episode of America Overnight that has resulted in a successful Bureau investigation in order to help AWE occurrence analysis. The more results of Night Springs have also been catalogued in a separate report. Refer to file for full report. Wasn't Night Springs the town from Alan Wake? going back.
How are we supposed to gather data if we can't get close to those things?
One look around here. And then I shall be off. That's 4. Okay. There's one around here, that's 4. Okay then. And that's that. Thank you very much for watching if you did. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 11 AM BST, for more control. Alright, thank you again. Cheers, bye.